Hello, Gloria Day families. My name is Katie LeClaire, the Director of Youth and Family Faith Formation at Gloria Day Lutheran Church in St. Paul, Minnesota. And this family update for September 2015 is brought to you and sponsored by Pure Citrus Orange. It eliminates odors naturally. It's 100% natural, non-aerosol, essential youth ministry tool for all. 7 fluid ounces of yumminess. Don't eat it, just smell it. This message is also brought to you and sponsored in part by Saints Food and Vending Services here. This is where we get our food for our yummy Wednesday night dinners. Are you ready for your update for September? We'll cover all of these things at your orientations this month. If you're a 7th grader, you have family orientation on September 9th and September 16th. We're going to do a two-parter, so we don't want anybody left out. And if you are a 8th through 10th grader, you're going to come to our kickoff on September 16th at 6:30. We'll tell you where to go when you get here, and we're going to cover a lot of really good details. But I wanted to have a really quick as I can make it, update with some really big headlines this year, specifically for parents to know how you can help serve in confirmation ministry this year, and so that your student can have everything they need to have a really fun year here. So those dates I just said, I'm going to go over them again just to get us through September. The 9th is 7th graders only. Part of that time is going to be used from 6 to 8 p.m. Prepositional phrases are our friends. Okay, I'm starting over. 7th graders are going to come here on September 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. and we're going to go over big, high-level things about what confirmation ministry is all about, some of the things that they should know. Come as a family, if you can be here, and then we're going to do acolyte training that night. I recommend everybody go through acolyte training, even if you're going to choose to be an usher, so you know what's up. We'll definitely be done by 8, hopefully earlier that night. We're all coming together for confirmation kickoff September 16th from 6:30 to 7:30. That is the night Wednesday evening suppers begin. At around 5:15 we'll start serving food, and you can come and have a delicious meal. Headline news, breaking news. It's very important you know that we've had to raise our Wednesday night supper costs because we ran a deficit last year, a bigger deficit than we were comfortable with, and it's an awesome ministry, our supper ministry, but we also need to pay for it. So we're asking for your help. We had to raise the prices for teens and adults to $7, and then kids through 6th grade is up to $5. And then if you're a senior, senior citizens will pay $5. And we're going to have meal punch cards available too. Not this one, but these. See, I can't wait to print these. I got them all ready to go. I got to print them and cut them out. So your prices, these are for 7th graders through adults. You'll see the price breaks there, and you save some money. And if you're a little one, those are your meal prices if you're a wee one through 6th grade. So you're going to want to buy a punch card. You'll save a lot of money by doing it that way. But please come to dinner. If you need financial assistance, please just ask one of the pastors or myself, and we'll get you set up. But we need to do a little bit better paying for the food we eat. This is so yummy. It's so wonderful. So that's the 16th. You're going to come. You're going to have fun. You're going to meet with your small group that night. So if you're a new family, we have several new families this year. Please be here on the 16th so the parents can meet the small group leader, exchange contact information, and talk a little bit about what your year is going to look like. Then on September 23rd, there's 2 things that happen. We have the small groups are going to just party. They're going to have their own groups are going to have a little bonding night where they get to talk about their group plan for the year, their covenant, make promises, and play games, and just get to know one another. It's super important. And parents are invited to a meetup with the pastors. We're going to have several of those this year that I'll talk about in a little bit. But there's a parent meetup if you'd like to meet with Pastor Javen as a group on the 23rd. And then on the 30th is when we finally start the large group, small group, Bible study stuff. Normal small groups. Again, on the 30th, there's another parent meetup with the pastors, with Pastor Bradley that night. That's the plan. I'm thinking that's what it is. That's what I'm announcing. That's what we're doing. And we'll get into October and other things later. But that gets us through September. I just want to make sure everybody knows about that. We have a lot of confirmation registrations in, but not everybody. And if you registered already, you know that this year on the form, there was an option to acolyte or usher. So we would like your help in worship leading, as students this year or parents can help usher. If you're choosing to acolyte and you've never been trained, that's part of what we're doing on the 9th. Contact me if you need help with that. If you're choosing to usher this year, you're going to train with Pastor Bradley and his team at another time. But just be aware that you can usher instead of acolyte if you prefer this year, and we welcome everyone to get involved somehow like that. We have a Flickr, we have a Facebook, we have a Twitter, and we have a text blast message reminder system. If you need to know how to use any of that kind of stuff, we're going to tell you how to do it during orientation, but you won't be left out if you get involved with all those things. And things come up really quickly, such as registration deadlines and things like that, so plug into all that. Our Twitter, I've had a lot of people ask me about this. Our Twitter, if you're not a Twitter user, you can still bookmark the page and you can view the Twitter feed with the announcements and everything else that we put on there without being a Twitter user. It's a public website. The Facebook group is private, so you'd have to be a Facebook member to view that. That's not a public page. Good. Yes. Okay. There's 2 service project nights this year, and it's important for parents to have these on your calendar because I really want you as a parent to ask your small group leader, how can I help you on this night? Because it's a huge project undertaking for 1 adult, or 2 if you have a co-leader for your small group, to try to pull this off. Don't make them do it alone, please. It is November 18th and January 20th. I'm giving 2 weeks this year where groups just go and do something in the community to serve others. It's completely up to you what they do. It's funded by you. You can meet here in the building, but and I've told the small group leaders, I always say, please be out in the community if there's any way possible. And that's where parents need to step in and help as drivers and those things. You don't have to just meet from 6:30 to 7:30. You could do right after school thing or on a weekend thing and just have that night off. But please plan something service oriented. And maybe that's your passion as a parent. You're wondering how to get more involved this year. Help plan one of those nights for your small group leader. That would be super great. I have a whole stack of ideas and resources and places we've gone before and stuff that you could easily set up. You might have your own favorite places to serve, so I need to be in the loop on that, but it's up to you, and so I hope as parents you really help. The other big thing where we're going to invite parents back is on the 21st of October. It's a Wednesday night, normal confirmation night. We don't have a J term this January because the year is really short due to an early Lent starting. Ash Wednesday is the 10th of February. It's crazy. So we're done with small groups by then. But on the 21st of October, we're having a group come in for all 4 grades, all small group leaders, all parents, and all mentors. It's St. Stephen's Outreach. It's a drama group made up of professional actors who are also homeless people. And they help us learn about issues that have to deal with poverty and housing. So they'll be here doing some drama sketches, and it's all part of a great big Project Home kickoff. We're going to do an earlier launch this year, plus having Cardboard Box City on October 15th during MEA. It's on Thursday night, and we'll have more information coming about that, but I want you to be aware of that. We have 6 parent meetups scheduled this year, more than last year because they were really popular. You just meet as a large group with pastors, so those dates are all on this upside down calendar that you hopefully have already looked at. You should have got a copy of this with your registration, but it's on our website. So just be aware that there's 2 in September, there's 1 in October, 1 in November, 1 in January, and 1 in February this year. You're going to meet with 1 pastor. One of them you'll meet with me, and we're hoping one of them you're also going to meet with our chair of our faith formation committee. Just give us some feedback and help us know how to minister better to families, and we'll just get to know you a little bit. That would be really wonderful. There's a ton of events, special events in this box, again on this upside down calendar right there, which you're going to find on our awesome new website. The registration's live for all of that, I think, pretty much. So, except we don't have a way to accept payment on there yet. But we have those. I want to highlight 2 things because the deadlines for registration kind of come up quickly here. We have 2 mission trips next summer. One of them is we're going to Niagara Falls at the end of July, the first week of August. And the other is Knoxville, Birmingham. It's a civil rights type of a trip. Part of it is. And that's at the end of June, the beginning of July. I need firm commitments from at least 8 people per trip to keep those trips open. We're getting close, but I need some more registrations to keep those trips open, and those deadlines are the first week of October. I don't have final cost for either of those trips yet because we're waiting on quite a number of details, but all of that stuff is on our website. The information, the packets, and you'll get more information about that during our orientation, the kickoff on the 16th of September. Here's the thing. We launched those dates early this year on purpose. It was highly requested last year from families and parents to please get that info to you, so we did. It was hard to do as soon as I got back from Wind River this last summer, but we did it. The kids voted on where they wanted to go, and I took that into consideration with some other logistical things and my own personal schedule, because I get to go on both. So we've already had a few adults also sign up for each of those trips, and the number of adult slots is really limited. So if you're an adult thinking you're going to go, you got to get registered soon. Adults don't pay for the trip. That's rolled into the student cost. We would never turn away a donation, of course, but you're probably already having to take vacation to make that work. So we have that covered. But what we also need to do is consider starting fundraising ASAP. I have an idea to do a fall rake-a-thon, but I can't lead that effort. It needs to be a parent that wants to do that. Even if you're not going on the trip, you might be someone who loves organizing fundraisers, and you want to do that for us. To which I just give you the biggest shout out on Twitter or something. I'm not really sure. But let me know how that's coming along. If you have any questions about those trips, you would want to kind of wait until January or February to sign up for them. But please don't, because I need to get these trips secured. So if you're at all thinking of going, get your spot reserved right away so we can keep the trips open. And then they'll be open and everybody can sign up. But maybe you're going to be a pioneer and sign up early. We'll talk about all of this at kickoff and even more, but I wanted to make sure you had the information you needed to start the year. Please meet with me. Grab me on a Sunday. Don't really grab me, it's kind of weird. But flag me down. Let's set up a time to talk if you just want to know more about what we do and why we do it. I got a ton of people praying for this ministry, and I really believe the Spirit is working. I can feel it, and I can see evidence of God's hand here, changing the lives of young people and the adults who serve with them. So come be a part of it. Still have some needs for mentors, a lot actually, and small group leaders. So if you're at all thinking you can help this year, let's do it. Let's get started, and I'll see you, everybody, on the 16th, 7th graders on the 9th. Peace.